All right, let's try this again, everyone. I want to make sure I'm posting this in the right place. So give me a second so I can check my audio and make sure we are rocking and rolling and we're good. Okay, cool. Got the notification. I think we're good. Let me make sure we're hearing this loud and clear. Let's see. Are we hearing it? We have audio. Try this again, everyone. I want to make sure we do. Cool. In the right place. Okay, so we got that. So we need to share this really quick. So bear with me. I'm going to comment on a post that came up that I followed, and I, threw my 2 cents in, and I don't know if that's ever a good idea or not. I think it is, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of comments we get back. But I figured this is a good conversation because I guess I'm pretty outspoken on this topic, but I need to share this real quick. And we go share to a page, and we'll go share to a group. Hold on, I'm putting this out of our private group, the Literacy Community. Check it out. Okay. All right. So I'm posting in there. Okay, so now I'm broadcasting in a couple spots. All right, good. All right, so let's get rolling. So here's what it is. We have this doctor in this marketing group, and I don't know how I got tagged or flagged on it, but basically they were saying, hey, I pay X amount for square footage, wondering if it's a good deal, and I also have a PVA of 6. And they were like, sharing some different stats. And I immediately jumped on and I said, okay, yeah, I mean, here's some questions I have, but like, do you want the PVA of 6? And then I scrolled up and I see everyone else's comments and everyone else is talking about PVA, but then you have the people that got a little bit ticked off because they were talking about PVA, and I feel like maybe it hit home. And the way that they responded to that, which is just the classic way. I mean, I've done this for 16 years. I've been around chiropractic for a long time. This is nothing new. This is not like a new argument. You have the camp that says, I'm better than you because I can fix people quicker. Okay, fix people quicker. What are you fixing in 6 visits is my question. And what is your definition of fix? Is fixing someone's acute symptom? They have acute low back pain, you get their low back pain fixed. Because at one point, once upon a time in my chiropractic history, I used to think 3-4 visits of really good adjusting and you get someone fixed, like their pain goes away, you actually fix them. Did you teach them why they had the problem to begin with? Did you address their degenerated disc, their loss of lumbar curve, their inability to hip hinge or move properly? Did you do anything to influence them to want to have a healthier lifestyle, improve fitness, fix motor control issues, fix mobility issues, teach them what to do at home, give them resources, steer them clear, especially nowadays of like Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff where people can get so much misinformation? Did you do that for them in 6 visits? Those must have been pretty long freaking 6 visits, or that's not what you want to do. That's not, there's no interest to do that. So, but don't lie to yourself and say, well, I'm doing a good job and I'm better than the guy that sees someone 20 times or 30 times or 40 times and has this excellent education process and literally takes someone at the fork of the road in their life and has them go this way, where they can look back and say, my life has never been the same because it's transformed, because this person led me and inspired me and helped me and my entire family. That's the path, for example, not to toot our own horn, that's the path that we take people on and that we teach other doctors to do inside MoveWell University. And if you haven't already, grab the book. You can get it for free, movewelluniversity.com/book. And just really quick, just to tell you a little bit about what MoveWell University does, we teach doctors how to go through and do functional movement assessments in 3 different levels of complexity. So we cover the clinical stuff. Then we teach you how to interpret it and figure out how to prescribe interventions for your patient, whether it's in office and at home or just at home. Okay. And then the third thing we do is we teach how do you integrate that into a chiropractic model, and how does that fit so beautifully in a segment, posture, and movement philosophy. Okay. And then the fourth thing is how do you engage the patients, get them to want what you have, get them to want to excel, get them to be some of the best patients you ever had in your entire life and actually have a ton of fun in practice. And then 5 is how do you actually do this in a business model that is profitable, that works, that you can put the time and the effort into having a higher level of clinical expertise because you're getting reimbursed more per visit, which is not a crime. I mean, if you're doing that, you earned it. and you should be able to charge more because you're delivering a higher service. Okay, so with that said, let's get back to what I was just talking about as far as some of these comments that were on this Facebook post. I'm just going to read them. I'm not going to share the screen, but I'm going to read them. Okay, so some people say, let me see, 45 comments. There's a lot on here. All right. No one has commented on my comments yet. They've just thumbs up. They liked it. That's good. Okay, so people talk about, they say, let me scroll down. People are saying, like, you know, I'd be focused on my PVA only being 6. I wouldn't be doing anything that would decrease my current flow of new people until I worked on that. That's like turning the tap off and expecting water. I mean, true. Like, I think you should have a higher PVA. And then you have these other people that say, I want to read some of the people that say, like, you don't need a higher PVA or something. Let's say, there's all this talk of PVA in this thread. PVA is what it is. You should get your PVA higher is what's being implied. Upsell clothes for Chiro. Crap. I'll censor it. How will patients get what they need, and being upsold isn't one of them. He's in a gym with a healthy and active demographic. They aren't going to need a ton of treatment. Now you could go down the road and convince people that they need to continually have their subluxations cleared, and you're the only one that can do it. We all know where this convo goes. Okay, so a guy said this, and I get where he's coming from. He's coming from the standpoint of maybe this doctor's doing a really great type of clinical care, and he's pissed off at the other chiropractors that have this, like, let's hold hands and wear tie-dye and sing Kumbaya and convince our patients that if they come in and get their spine grossly manipulated for a 3-minute visit over and over again 62 times a year, that somehow is corrective care and that's going to fix people. Right? Okay, so that is probably what he's a little bit speaking towards. Okay, that's one side. I get that, because I'm kind of on that side too, where I think if you're telling people that you're doing corrective care and you're fixing them, but all you're doing is cracking their back, and I put that purposely in the title of this, cracking your back, because a gross manipulation is cracking someone's back. You're not doing anything specifically. You don't have an assessment. You don't have a rhyme or reason of what you're doing. And it's just another therapy. It's not a skilled adjustment. So if that's what you're doing, don't lie to yourself or your patients and tell them that's fixing anything. Now, on the flip side, what I would say to a guy that makes this comment is he's also implying that if a chiropractor is educating a patient on a corrective approach that's actually evidence-based and that works, because he's not doing it, he's pissed, and he's saying, because you're doing it, you think you're better than me. You're not better than me. You're a con artist. You should get good like me and fix people in 6 visits. Define fix. Is fix just making a symptom go away? Or is fix actually doing some sort of objective comparative data that you can show to the patient? Because I'll tell you what people want in the population. As much as you hear all of this nonsense of, like, patients don't want to spend a certain amount of time in your office, they don't want to do this, everyone's in this, you know, I want everything now mentality society. We don't see that in our practice. Okay, so and I've talked to doctors all around the country that follow the systems that we teach. They also don't see that in their practices. And you know why? Is because you see that when you have no value in the eyes of the patient. When there's no value, yes, they don't have enough time, they don't have enough money, and they're busy. But when they understand that what you have is so unique and different, and it's going to help them and truly fix the cause of their problem and teach them what they need to do for the rest of their life, they will find the time, they will find the resources, because they value it. So it's not unethical to put a lot of your energy into having great clinical care and great clinical outcomes and systems to engage the patient so they have resources they can turn to. There's nothing unethical about that. There's no crime to that. But it takes some work. It takes training. But once you have that set up, you have a machine that is able to do things that you could never do in a very simple practice model. So it depends on what you want to do for your patient. So, like what I said after they went back and forth and said all their stuff, I said, from a dollar and cent standpoint, what is your case average? And on a more curious note, do you want your PVA to be 6? And I just read some of the comments above, so it looks like the PVA question was asked and then met with a predictive reply. Quote, if you're getting patients better, then it shouldn't matter, which I read, if you're relieving symptoms only, as it takes longer to address dysfunctional movement patterns, correct segmental issues, address posture, drastically improve ADLs. Okay. But again, it depends on how you want to practice, what your goals are, how you see yourself as a practitioner. So I think there is a better way, and it doesn't involve deception or scare tactics, rather having automation to your systems and having valuable resources to provide to your patients while you deliver excellent clinical care. Not to say you aren't doing that in the 6 visits, but I'd make the case that it's not possible to address these variables in this time frame. Again, depends on your goal as a practitioner and what you want to provide to your patient. So, and I have to look at this comment from Christian, who's actually part of Mobile University. So if you're watching this and you think he's mocking me, he's not. He's on the same page. He said, stay in your lane, bro. Because we actually had someone say that one time on a Facebook ad we did or something, saying like, if we're talking about exercise, we're not in our lane. All right, here, I'm gonna add a quick little screen share because I wanna show you like how we engage our patients. So let me go here and see if I can pull this up on the screen. Add to broadcast. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if it adds it. Maybe it doesn't want to add it. Okay, let me find another one. Hold on. Share. I'm going to show you our 12-week transformation, which is something all of our Movable University doctors have this. They have access to this, and they use this in their practice. And this. Okay, back up there. Hold on. BLive's acting funky. All right, so here we go. Flip this around. Okay, so this is our 12-week transformation. I'm gonna hide that. And 12-week transformation. All right, so what is this? This is an online membership site that all of our patients get access to. And the cool thing about this, I'll make it a little bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, is that we took all the questions that our patients have that we're answering on a daily basis, and we put it into a weekly content format. So they have 12 weeks of content that's drip fed out to them. So week 1, they can only see week 1. 7 days later, week 2 opens up. Every 7 days, a subsequent week opens until you hit 12 weeks. Each week, there's 5 topics we teach them. Spine, we teach them something about the spine. So this one's about thoracic kyphosis and life expectancy. We have a video talking about it. We refer to the research, okay? You gonna fix someone's thoracic kyphosis in 6 visits? No. If you have the means to do that and you're doing corrective care and you're fixing movement patterns and posture and specific segmental approach, you can, and we do it on pre and post x-rays all the time. Movement, proper posture, standing, sitting, sleeping. How many times do you answer this question with people? Instead, we made videos on it. We can just refer patients to this. We say, watch week 1. It's gonna answer this, this, and this. It's gonna give you some great information starting off as a patient here in our office. Lifestyle, talking about setting goals, why it's important to start thinking about setting and tracking goals. And then we have a fuel section, what you should or shouldn't eat each week. This is about reducing sugar. And then we have a goals section at the end that's a recap. That's like, okay, you made it to week 1. Here's where you should be. Here's how you can be successful moving into week 2. Okay, so we have this for 12 weeks. All right. But then we teach all this corrective exercise and stuff. Yes, you can actually get people better through adjusting, through fixing posture, but you have to have exercise if you actually want to fix them. I put hard quotes on that, fix. And it takes more than 6 visits to fix a movement pattern and teach people this stuff if you truly want to have comprehensive care for them. You might not want to, and then it's a different conversation. I'm assuming that we as chiropractors are on our clinical high horse and we want to do the best for our patients as possible, and we say that we are. So if you are, put your money where your mouth is, have some sort of resource like this for your patients. You can design one and spend 3 years doing it, or, like in our system, our doctors get a clone of this and they can customize it in their office. So again, check out the book, movableuniversity.com/book. You can get it for free. You just cover shipping. And we have a whole chapter in there about automation and the 12-week transformation and why this is so important. It's been huge. It's a game changer. So then you have an exercise library, and we have 8 different dysfunctional movement patterns. This right here is our formula. It's our secret sauce. We have 8 different dysfunctional movement patterns. We've organized the best exercises through a 5-step progressive sequence. What is the 5-step progressive sequence? It's addressing something with first global mobility, then focused mobility. So first we try to get someone mobile, because that's what the functional movement laws show. First mobility, then stability, right? Mobility, some extensibility, so like some stretching type stuff, then some stability and patterning activation, and then you got to load it. and you have a small period of time to load a movement pattern with weights to actually get the most bang for the buck on improving mobility and stability. You have to load, and you have to do that at the end of this sequence, or you're just doing short-term pain relief or very short-term increased mobility. You're not doing anything long-term, unfortunately. So we load. Our tool of choice we like to use is the kettlebell, all right, which you'll see here. We also made this program called Move Well Kettlebell, which is pretty cool. Let me see if this actually logs me in. No, it doesn't log me in right now. So, okay, we'll have to look at that a little bit. Anyway, so then inside of this, the cool part about this is that every single little tab here in the exercise library has a video. Like all these are videos. So you click on that, and it pulls up a video. See the video? Dr. Todd and trainer Tony from Move Now, and in this video, this is really a twofer. We're going to talk about. So we go through and we teach different protocols in all these videos. So the cross-ball piriformis. Okay, some of these are a seated position. Some of these are old videos. Okay. And so anyway, just wanted to touch on that briefly. This is definitely like a long seminar to go through this and explain all the nuts and bolts. But if you have any questions on it, you can definitely reach out. But I think I addressed my topic on here enough, didn't I? Let me see what I wrote again, make sure I did. I said, seeing a patient more than 6 visits unethical doesn't mean you can't fix them quicker. Are you let's see. Or you just keep them come back for wellness visits just by cracking their backs and unethical. Okay. And let me make sure this is still moving here. This is being a little finicky. Make sure it didn't freeze. So Christian also said, $6 $20 copays is way more expensive than 20 to 40 visit care plan that actually corrects dysfunction. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It takes more expertise. It takes more time and energy from the doctor standpoint, from training staff, from actually, having a couple of staff. In most cases, you have to have a couple of staff to be able to coordinate this type of care, unless you're only going to see a couple patients per day. And I know some doctors don't want to dive into creating all those systems. The good news is at the end of this little rant that I'm having is you don't have to create the systems. We've created them, and then we teach doctors how to do this. And we do that inside of a program we have called Move Well University, which is built for chiropractors. And really, it's something that a doctor from start to finish, at least getting going, can probably get implemented in a couple of months, depending on what they're doing so far in practice. And to fully utilize all the stuff that we've built literally over the last, my 16 years in practice. And we've been going crazy creating content for the last about 4 years. To really take advantage of all the stuff we've created, this is something that takes probably about a year process, but this is a way to redefine your practice. So if you don't want to reinvent the wheel, we've already done it. You can grab the book. You can also schedule a jump on a demo. And when you go on a demo, Vlad, who's part of our support team, will get on with you, walk you through behind the scenes so you can see how it works, ask you some questions about your practice, make sure this is going to be a good fit for you, which I'll tell you, this is not a fit for like 70% of the chiropractors out there, I'd almost say. And chances are if you're watching this, you're probably not one of the 70% that I'm saying. You're probably one of the 30% that actually wants to have better clinical outcomes, that's ready to work harder to be a better practitioner, that wants to differentiate yourself from everyone around in town. Basically, you don't want to be mediocre. So in closing, if you don't want to be mediocre, reach out and we'll see if Move Well University is right for you. Sounds like a good tagline, right? Destroy mediocrity. Join Move Well University. How's that? Maybe too hardcore. I don't know. Anyway, over and out. Appreciate y'all. Had fun doing this little video. And if you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it, press like, give a heart, do something, share this with another chiropractor, and reach out to us if you have any questions. But grab the book, moveuniversity.com/book. It's free. If you haven't read it, it's a quick read, but I think you'll like it. Oh, I got a heart. Okay. Thank you, Missy. Thank you for the heart. All right. Give me some hearts after the fact. Bye.